Hi, Nolan. Happy Friday. How are you?
I'm great.
So great to meet you. You've been up to a bunch of stuff lately, and I think it's so great how you started acting at such a young age. And your dad has actually inspired you to start acting. So I'd love to kind of know what is some of the advice that your dad's given you that's really helped you kind of further your own career in acting?
Well, it's about thinking about being the character. Like,
Like pretending you're actually the character and you're experiencing everything that they're experiencing.
yeah, I think that might be it.
That's awesome. I think it's cool that your dad taught you something about really getting into the character because I think that, especially for young actors, that can sometimes be one of the hardest parts is truly getting into that character. And I'd love to know you've acted in a variety of different genres of films, thrillers, comedies. Do you have a favorite genre?
Hmm. I don't really know. I've been in three genres. I've been in comedy, which is New Girl.
Mhm.
I've also been got a small part in adverse, really small. I think that's drama, and old is thriller.
Yes.
I don't
And
know if I have a favorite. Maybe it's comedy because in comedy you get to do a lot of fun stuff.
for sure. And I think I'm 24, but I still get kind of scared and spooked out by thriller movies, R-rated movies. So I'd love to know, was it scary at all for you to get into character? How did you kind of get through that?
It wasn't scary when I was working on it. It's scary when I'm watching the preview because I see it from the camera's point of view.
Yes.
It has music
And
and everything. When you're working on it, there's no music.
oh, and I bet if the music's kind of scary, that can also make it a bit scarier. And you got to work with a lot of amazing people on that set. Alex Wolff is actually one of my favorite actors. I grew up watching him. So, do you have any fun moments from set with him you want to talk about, or did he give you any advice?
Well, before work, when I was at home, I had a Zoom hang with him, and he's really cool and all that. He's really funny and cool and stuff.
That sounds fun. And then when you met in person, I bet it was even greater getting to see him face to face. And I heard too that you don't necessarily get starstruck, but you do kind of get shy when you first get to a set. But is there anyone, any celebrity you think if you got to work with them, you'd get like super excited and nervous to talk to them?
That is pretty easy. Daniel Radcliffe. So easy.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever seen him before at like a carpet or not yet?
No, I've only seen who he plays in the Harry Potter movies.
Okay. Have you read all the Harry Potter books?
Yep.
Which one's your favorite?
It might be the fourth one.
Okay. Yeah, I actually never got into them, but my brother loved them. And the fourth one was the only one I saw in theaters. And I loved it. I thought Daniel Radcliffe was amazing. And I love that he's still acting. And fingers crossed you get to work with him one day. I think that would be really awesome. And I'd also love to touch a little bit more on old. We talked a little bit about how you got into character and how it's not necessarily scary when you're acting in it. And I'd love to know any advice you got from M. Night because that's a big name to be working with. Any advice or any fun memories?
Yeah, some great advice he gave me was to be Trent. Like put myself in Trent's shoes. Feel how Trent feels.
Hmm. And I guess that's kind of like the magic if, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. See, so your dad's giving you that advice, and Mike's giving you that advice. That's awesome. Very, very cool. And we are in the midst of summer, so school's out for now. What have you been doing besides swimming?
Hmm. Well, let's see. I've definitely been playing video games. I also have a Zoom with my friend every Sunday, but I did that even on school.
Okay,
Like
that's
Monday and
fun.
Saturday, you get break.
Hmm. That's fun. What video games are you into right now?
Hmm. Well, I can tell you some of my favorites.
Sure, go for it.
The Legend of Zelda ones.
Oh, okay.
Mario is also cool.
Yes, I love Mario Kart. I'm not good at it, but I do love Mario Kart. It's a fun one. And yeah, so your other hobbies are video games. I know you like to read, of course, Harry Potter books. And I heard you have a sister as well. Do you guys like to do things together, or how is that? Do things
Well,
with the family?
she's 5 and her name is Zoe, and we just play every day. Seriously, every
Oh,
day.
oh, that's so fun. Does she like to watch you when you're rehearsing, or do you like to rehearse and go through your lines kind of on your own?
Um, my dad helps me when I get an audition or anything.
Mhm.
Zoe kind of sometimes is a distraction.
Maybe she wants to steal the spotlight. Maybe she wants to act as well. Who knows? I heard you're actually working on a music project with her and your dad. Is there anything you can say about that, or not yet?
Well, it's called The Robot Kid, and it's for kids. And it's my project that my dad has started, and we're helping him. Me
Oh,
and Zoe.
nice. Very cool. That's exciting. You're very busy in terms of acting as well as just staying busy with your other activities. And I can only imagine once the school year starts how busy that all can get. So, how do you balance acting and school? Are you homeschooled?
No, I'm not homeschooled.
So you go to school every day when, I mean, when we're not in COVID.
Yeah, but it should be really busy next year because I think we're gonna have to go back like every day,
Mhm.
like not on Zoom. I only just started going back, like not in summer, but like the last 4 or 2 weeks of school.
Mhm. You went back, but only on some of the days.
Um, yeah, I guess maybe, but yeah,
Oh,
I finally started going back like the last 2 weeks.
oh, well, it's good you got those last 2 weeks in person, but I'm sure it gets busy with going to a school like where you're there for the full, I guess, 6 hours. I'm not sure how long elementary school is anymore. Plus auditions, plus memorizing lines, plus homework. So I know a lot of other kids I've interviewed say that it is hard to balance. So do you find it hard, or do you have a set kind of schedule or routine that helps you stay on
Well,
track?
are you talking about when I was in the Dominican or when I'm at home?
Yeah, just in general. You can touch on both if you want.
Oh, well, in the Dominican, we had school for 3 hours. We'd like go to set, get to school for 3 hours, do our work from our normal schools and from what grade we were in, then we just get to set.
Gotcha. And then when you're back here, you go to school for, until 2 or 3 o'clock, and then you would go to your auditions.
Yeah, well, I don't have auditions like every day.
No, but I'm sure you get a lot of them. So
Yeah, I guess I do.
that's awesome. And yeah, you got to film in the Dominican Republic. I heard you got to film really close to the beach. So were you able to do any fun beach activities after set?
Oh, well, the first day we got there, like when we had like 3 days of no set, we went to the beach. Yeah, we like walked to the beach. It's like a 5 minute walk.
Oh, that's so nice. I'm sure it was beautiful. Did you see any sea creatures?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't know if you can snorkel in the Dominican Republic, but I know like in Hawaii you can see like the sea turtles and all of them. So,
Oh yeah, I have one exciting thing to say. One time in work, I felt something pinching me, and I'm like, "Is it one of the other actors or something?" I was in water, and I'm like, "Oh, it's a crab."
oh my gosh, did it hurt?
It just felt like tight pinching.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's kind of cool. I don't think many people can say that that happened to them at work. So, I'm glad it wasn't too scary. I probably would have jumped or flinched or something, but
Yeah,
I
I
just
was like moving away because I'm like, stop.
yeah, but hey, it makes for a great story that you can tell now, right? So that's
Oh,
awesome.
absolutely.
And I heard you got to film in a cave, like on a set, but in a cave, and that was one of your favorite sets. Can you kind of tell us more about that experience?
Yeah, it was built on a soundstage, and it looked really cool inside. It it looked all real and everything.
Very cool. So did it feel like you were truly like in a cave, even though you were on the soundstage?
Well, sometimes I could see cameras and stuff, but it still was pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, that's so so cool.
Like you don't go in a
And
soundstage cave every day.
what?
You don't go in a soundstage cave every day.
No, definitely not. I have never, and I probably never will, but I'm sure that was really a really cool set because I know you've been on this set for stuff like New Girl and stuff, which it's a cool set, but definitely not, there's no caves there. So and I know that when you were in the Dominican Republic, you mentioned, of course, missing back home. So what was one of the first things you did when you got back to LA? Did you get to see some friends?
I had no school for a week. I need a break from school, seriously. I just did that work for 2 months. I mean, I need a break. At least it was 1 week.
Yeah, the 1 week, that's a nice break. That's like, a spring break. Was it your spring break?
No, spring break was after that.
Oh, okay,
Like
gotcha.
months after that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like in early, what was it? Fall? That was like a fall break, and that's
Oh,
not.
okay.
Might have
I
been like Thanksgiving, but you only get like 1 day off for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving, I think we had a week, but then in college it was only 3 days. So yeah, I think they've shortened it. I'm not sure why. Christmas break though is still 2 weeks or 3 weeks, which I'm sure
That's two.
is nice. Yeah, it's too nice. And what are your favorite subjects in school?
Um, this isn't a subject, but I do like recess.
That's okay. That's an answer I get a lot. Do you like doing like dodgeball or not dodgeball, handball, or what do you like?
Um, in PE, we do dodgeball, like, but not. It's not a daily thing. It's one of the things that that's like really cool to do because you don't do it every day in PE. And PE
Hmm.
only once a week.
Okay. Well, once you get to middle school, it's every day. So you'll get like a recess for I don't know how long, like 30 minutes every day, just of running around. Although they do make you run laps and run miles, but you
And
still
recess?
no in PE. But I'm saying it's like recess because you're outside rather than in the classroom. So
Okay.
yeah, sorry. I hope that didn't scare you. It should encourage you that you'll get a kind of a longer recess once you're in middle school. Do you play
We already
sports?
have 30 minutes of recess.
You have 30-minute recess? I only
Well,
got
not in
15.
COVID. In COVID, my class is different from others. The
Mm,
others have a straight 30 minutes, but we get 15 minutes one time, then 15 minutes another time. Like 15
okay.
after classes, like math and language arts.
Wow. Okay. When I was in elementary school, we got one recess for 15 minutes. So lucky you. That's awesome. I know you're like, I can't imagine. Um, that yeah, that's so so cool. And I know that a lot of other kids around your age watch my YouTube channel and my interviews, and you've already been so successful with your acting career at such a young age. So what's a piece of advice you'd maybe give them if they want to start out with auditioning and acting?
Um, First two pieces. You definitely need to practice and memorize your lines
Yes.
so you're not like, well, I you're not like that.
Yeah.
And you also have to try to sound like you're actually in the moment, not sound like a robot. Like
Mm.
I chocolate cupcake, yay.
Yeah, because I guess it's twofold. You can memorize the lines, which is one thing, but then you need to act them out. So
Yeah.
kind of put those two together. Do you have any tips for memorizing lines, especially when they're really long?
I don't know. You just have to go through them
Hmm.
and read them a lot, so eventually they're part of your brain and you remember them.
Yes, it's almost like, practice makes perfect. That's one of my favorite quotes because I think it's so true that you just have to keep practicing, keep reading it over, practice with someone, and then eventually you'll get it. So that's great advice. Thank you. And I just have a couple more questions for you. What is your dream TV show and then dream movie to act in? Or I guess movie that's already passed, not a future movie.
I don't know if I have a dream TV show, but if I had to choose, is it okay if it's animated?
Oh, sure. Like voice acting.
Might be Ninjago.
Oh, okay.
I would definitely like to be in that.
Very.
And for my dream movie, I would love to be in a Star Wars movie.
Oh, are you a big Star Wars fan?
Well, I'm kind of whatever I'm watching recently, I start to get interested in, and
Mm,
right now I'm kind of Star Wars.
okay. Very cool. Have you been to Star Wars Land at Disneyland?
Yeah, for my birthday, I
Oh,
piloted the Millennium Falcon, that ride.
did you
But
love
now that I think about it, I want to blast instead.
it? I've done one of the rides there. I don't remember what it was called. It's the one where like everyone has like you're an engineer or you're the like
That's the Millennium
pilot.
Falcon ride. You're in the Millennium Falcon. One person steers, one guy's like the co-pilot, and then other people are blasting the enemy ships.
Okay, that is okay. I couldn't remember the name, but yeah, that is a very, very fun ride. Very, very fun. Yeah, I think Star Wars would be great, and they're always coming out with new things, like new Star Wars franchise movies, cartoons, books. I see like new Star Wars books pop up all the time. So it's a great choice. I hope that you can work on something in that overall universe someday. I'm sure you will. You're doing such a great job. And the last thing I wanted to ask is just I know you mentioned Daniel Radcliffe would be like your dream person to work with. Is there anyone else, maybe not your dream person, but anyone else you look up to?
I don't really know. Daniel Radcliffe's the only one I remember by like I remember that I don't need to ask my dad about. So
Yeah, so
I don't really know.
so it's Daniel Radcliffe all the way. You're a big, big fan.
Yeah, I was once a fan of Harry Potter at one time, and he's also one of my fans because he's like I'm also one of his fans because like seriously, I can't remember any other names.
Well, I think the fact that like he's the only one you can like think of off the top of your head just goes to show like what a big fan you are. I think that's
Yeah,
awesome.
I can
Maybe
also
you.
think of George Lucas and
Oh, okay. See, there's another one, but mostly Daniel Radcliffe, it seems. I think he's a lot of people's kind of idols or just someone they look up to because like he was so successful at a young age and he really brought Harry Potter to life. So yeah, great choice. I hope that you get to work with him in some capacity someday. Fingers crossed for you.
best if I worked with him in a Star Wars movie and Daniel.
Oh, that'd be cool. What?
That would be a mix of two cool things.
Yes. Yes. Or on, is it Ninjago you said?
Yeah, but it would be cooler to do it in Star Wars.
That's true. I wonder who would he play in Star Wars? They're always coming up with new characters, so I guess you never know. But this is you have a big imagination. I think it'd be very cool if you not only worked with him but also on a Star Wars movie. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I hope you get to audition for something in that kind of universe someday. I'm sure you will. Well, Nolan, thank you so much. It was so great chatting with you today. And thanks for giving such great advice to my viewers and just walking us through the different sets you've been on, the different advice you've gotten from different people, how your dad inspires you. It's really great to learn about. My last question is, I know you're on Instagram, so if you could just let people know where they can follow you, that would be great.
Add Nolan underscore River.
Perfect. Cool. And I'll link that in the description box for everyone as well. Well, Nolan, thank you again so much. Again, great chatting with you. I hope to see you on a red carpet event sometime in person. We can catch up. Maybe you'll have a Star Wars audition to tell me about. And until then, yeah, congratulations on everything. And thanks for chatting.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, anytime. I hope you have a great weekend. Do lots of swimming and video games.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.